I'm speaking as a black man from America, which is a racist society. No matter how much you hear it talk about democracy, it's as racist as South Africa, or as racist as Portugal, or as racist as any other racialist society on this earth. The only difference between it and South Africa preaches separation and practices separation. America preaches integration and practices segregation. This is the only difference. They don't practice what they preach, whereas South Africa preaches and practices the same thing. I have more respect for a man who lets me know where he stands, even if he's wrong, than the one who comes up like an angel and is nothing but a devil.
Hello wonderful good people, welcome once again to another episode on my YouTube channel. For those who are new here, I'm Alvin, and please and kindly feel free to hit the subscribe icon below and follow my page. If you find this video educative and of value, you can as well share to your family and friends for them to be aware of this video. Well, today we are going to talk about Malcolm X, a great black American philosopher whose statements and ideologies were great in this regime. Malcolm X was a very wise man. His statements were clearly against the white Americans and the white supremacists in his regime. He clearly warns black Americans of this racist regime in this world. With the first video we just watched, we can clearly hear Malcolm X stating that racism is a disease that is coming up from different countries. It is not only in America that racism is practiced. Also in South Africa there is racism. In Portugal there is racism. Not only within the black American community, but his focus was among the black Americans in America. During his time, we can clearly hear that racism was at high. He was not liked by the white supremacists. He clearly was against the oppressions of the black Americans in United States of America. Malcolm X, on the other hand, clearly was championing and fighting for the rights of black Americans in the city hall and in America. We can clearly watch the videos I have compiled, and it is a message, a powerful message to black Americans to be firm and to stand up as one and fight the white supremacists who are promoting racism in America. Well, America was not all about the white people. Also, the black people formed and built the nation. White people see this as a move because they feel they are the ones who built America. The black Americans majorly, and they are the ones who impacted majorly in building America. With the black slavery in Malcolm X time, black America was built by slaves and the black American origin. Clearly, Malcolm X is warning the black Americans to be on the watch out. They need to follow what Malcolm X has said. Well, let's watch the following videos I've compiled and come back at the end and discuss its implication. Always remember family. Always stay on your lane. Always follow Malcolm X's words and statement. He is a wise man. Let's watch the following.
You seem to be trapped. We know no way out. So we get a wine bottle. We get a whiskey bottle. Or we stick a needle in our arm. Or we smoke pot. Trying to find an escape from the hell that the white man has given us for 400 years here in America. So this is a false escape. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad is offering a real escape. Or not only a real estate, but a real escape right here on this earth. He says that the government itself is responsible for the poverty that makes you and me turn to alcohol, to dope, and to crime. The government is responsible for the bad housing conditions that exist here in Harlem. The government is responsible for the rats that bite our little children and the cockroaches that eat better than we do. The government is responsible. The government is responsible for the bad food that's sold here in Harlem at the highest prices. The government is responsible. Nobody responsible but the United States government. Look, all of the one who is the author of all of the vice, all of the immorality, all of these criminal acts of indecency that take place in our community. Don't look for the author in Harlem. Go downtown and look for him in City Hall. The one that's posing as your friend by day and responsible for your drunken condition by night. The one who's posing as your friend downtown, but who's the responsible for your unemployed and poorly housed condition uptown. And brothers and sisters, if you don't find him in City Hall, look for him in Albany, in the State House, or look for him in Washington, in the White House. I'll show you the man that's responsible for your problem. He got blonde hair, he got blue eyes, and he got pale skin. Some of them standing behind you, some of them standing in front of you, some of them standing on the side of you, some of them in uniform and some of them out of uniform. Those are the ones responsible for it.
Is arbitrary.
Minister Malcolm, let me, on the basis of your two remarks, ask a double-pronged question. One, is it then your assertion that the laws with respect to how Negroes are supposed to have equal opportunity and equal rights in this country are not meaningful or believed by whites? And secondly, what then is your opinion and attitude toward the civil rights movement in general, and particularly the Reverend Martin Luther King and his philosophy of nonviolent direct action?
If the white people really passed meaningful laws, it would not be necessary to pass any more laws. There are already enough laws on the law books to protect an American citizen. You only need additional laws when you're dealing with someone who's not regarded as an American citizen. But whites are so hypocritical. They don't want to admit that this black man is not a citizen. So they classify him as a second-class citizen to get around making him a real citizen. If he was a real citizen, you'd need no more laws. You'd need no civil rights legislation. Civil rights, when you have civil rights, you have citizenship. It's automatic. White people don't need laws to protect their citizenship because they're citizens. But they don't want to tell us we're not citizens. And at the same time, they don't want to pass laws that are meaningful enough to protect us as if we were citizens. And the Supreme Court desegregation decision is the best example I know. That's a law from the Supreme Court. 10 years have gone by. No desegregated schools. It hasn't been implemented beyond, I think, 9% in 10 years. So this just shows you the hypocrisy of the American white man. They talk out of both sides of their mouth. And for this reason, we who are Muslims, that is, who believe in the religion of Islam, who believe in God, we don't believe that black people will ever get any laws, get any problem with laws being passed or new persons being put in office, white liberals being put in office. There is nothing that the white man will ever do to bring about true, sincere citizenship or civil rights recognition for black people in this country. Nothing will they ever do. They will always talk it, but they won't practice it. And with the Supreme Court, if the NAACP can tell me that they want a desegregation decision for me 10 years ago, but yet the schools haven't been desegregated, as I say, this is a victory with no victory. It's a victory that you can talk about, but it's a victory you can't show me. So if you represent the NAACP and you are telling me about this great victory you won for me, when I look at you, I have to conclude that either you have been duped yourself or else you are trying to dupe me. And in most instances where the civil rights struggle is involved, there is no civil rights leader can point to me one concrete gain, practical gain that black people have made in the civil rights field in this country, not only during the past 10 years, but during the past 100 years.
Now, the other part was with respect to Mr. King and the nonviolent direct action.
Well, I will let Jimmy Baldwin and John Killens and Lou Lomax, the writers, answer that. speaking right after this church was bombed in Birmingham. Christian church was bombed in Birmingham by Christians too, mind you, and these 4 little girls were murdered. John Killens and James Baldwin and Lomax and the Negro writers and actors had a meeting at the town hall in New York, and Killen pointed out concerning these murders of these little girls, said the killings had raised doubts about the intelligence of the nonviolence in the civil rights struggle. He went on to declare that he could no longer be asked to love those who persecuted and killed Negroes. He also, and the writer, Mr. Handler, who's describing this, said that Killens, it was not clear concerning Killens' remarks to his audience that he was breaking with it was clear rather to his audience that he was breaking with the doctrine of the Reverend Martin Luther King's philosophy that as Christians, Negroes should love their fellow man in a truly religious sense. Now, James Baldwin, speaking on that same platform, said, and I was present during this entire affair, asserted that the American people shared a collective guilt for the persecution of Negroes, much as Germans did because of their silence during the Nazi persecution. He denounced President Kennedy for what he termed Kennedy's lack of passion in the civil rights struggle. Mr. Baldwin said that there could no longer be a Republican Party for the Negro people as long as it listed a Barry Goldwater, nor a Democratic Party for the Negro people with a Senator Eastland on its roster. He asserted that the federal government acted swiftly and energetically, that unless the federal government acted swiftly and energetically, future slaughter would make Birmingham look like a dress rehearsal. And now, what do I think about King's attitude? King's right-hand man, Wyatt Walker, at King's convention, according to the New York Times on September the 26th, said, quote, "We have been duped," meaning these persons involved in the civil rights struggle, of which King is the symbolic leader. His right-hand man says, and I quote, "We have been duped, or have duped ourselves, into believing that the chains have been broken, when in truth we have only been chained more securely. Half freedom has in many instances been worse than no freedom at all." Why, don't ask me what I think about their struggle. I can tell you what they think about their struggle. And they are pointing out that it is becoming more difficult every day for the civil rights leaders to keep the masses of black people nonviolent and long-suffering and patient, and keep them from becoming disenchanted. Hope that answers your question.
If you're still here with me, God bless you, God protect your family, and God bless America. Thank you for supporting my page. Well, with the videos we have just watched, what's your take in this? Do you support Malcolm X ideologies? Was Malcolm X right in his statements from the videos we have just watched? Clearly, Malcolm X was against black American oppression by the white supremacists. He is a person who has a large following up to now and up to date. He clearly kept on warning black Americans to be on the watch out because the white supremacists will not end anytime soon. He clearly dislikes the white people because they are the ones who are promoting racism in America. Malcolm X is a wise man. He is a land person. He is a champion who is protecting the rights of black Americans in United States before his death. Malcolm X also was against racism. Racism is a powerful disease that can wipe out people and make people dislike each other up to now. Up to now, we can also see the black Americans and white Americans are not in good terms because they feel racism is eating both communities. Malcolm X has stood up in his time, clearly warning the black Americans to be on the watch out, to watch each and every step they make, to be on the watch out with their statements because the white supremacists are coming in hand to bring down the black Americans to the ground. Malcolm X, on the other hand, is a clear champion in America. His ideologies up to now are followed by minor groups in America. Each black American community should follow the advices he made. Malcolm X is a champion. He needs to be respected. His statements need to be respected. All black Americans should follow what Malcolm X has said. They should stay on their lane. They should not overtake on the wrong lane because it will cost them their dear lives. With the recent racism in America, you can feel like and you can hear that it is only the black and the white supremacists who are promoting racism in America. What's your take in this episode? Should Malcolm X statements and ideologies be respected up to now by the black Americans? Do you believe that Malcolm X was a true leader and he is better than Donald Trump? How would you prefer the two leaders? Is Donald Trump better or Malcolm X a great leader in black American origin? Let's engage, share, response, and I will humbly engage with you people. I will humbly respond to your comments. Remember, don't forget to like this video, subscribe and share, and I will be grateful to you all. See you on the next episode, family. Goodbye.